Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen. I am DSP. Welcome to today's gameplay stream, ladies and gents. Well, the first of two gameplay streams, actually. Today there will be two, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But before we even get to any of that information, ladies and gentlemen, we have to mark the date in history. Okay? Especially for those of you who have been longtime viewers and fans of mine. Ladies and gentlemen, today, mark this date on your calendars. We must commemorate this occasion today. Alright? Today is July 10th, 2017. A Monday. A momentous Monday. Ladies and gentlemen, today is the day that you and I have prevailed over the trolls, the bullshit, and the broken-ass YouTube copyright system that has been in place since day one when I uploaded my first video ever to YouTube some 10 years ago. That's right. First of all, it is important to note, it is about my 10-year anniversary on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. It was the summer of the summer of 2007 when I uploaded my very first YouTube video. I was at a video game tournament called the Midwest Championships 2007, and I was recording it. And I decided, what the hell, I'll share this with people, and I uploaded those videos to YouTube. Yes, it was a year later that I started with Let's Plays and the like. But it was actually about a year ago, or 10 years ago, exactly, that I had started on YouTube. Over the course of my time on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, whether I was uploading videos for fun, as a hobby, or later on when I turned it into my job, I've always been subject to a horrendously broken YouTube copyright system. People able to fool and game this system to submit false copyright strikes against me. Over the years, we've had ones from Rockstar, Take-Two Games, Ubisoft, and the like, all of which were completely bogus. Alright, I've never, in fact, I think, in actuality, the only copyright strike I ever had against me, and this was way back in the day, I think it was against the original Darkseid-filled channel, was from WWE, because I believe I had played a WWE game a long, long time ago that had, like, actual scenes of wrestling pay-per-views in it during the cutscenes. And WWE apparently didn't like that on YouTube and struck me down with a couple strikes, which later on I ended up disputing and getting those removed. But in the entirety of my existence on YouTube, I've never had a copyright strike laid against me that stuck, ever. Because I've never violated copyright law. I stay within the bounds of what's, you know, considered fair use or transformative work via, you know, fair use law. And so, ladies and gentlemen, the past few weeks have been very tumultuous for me, alright? With the freaking fake, well, not fake, but erroneous copyright strike that I received from Atlas Japan, which was complete bullshit because I was making a Let's Play of Persona 5 within their own legal criteria of what they were allowing, alright? And then, this ridiculous two frivolous copyright strikes from Rockstar Games that I received on Friday. We were in jeopardy of having DSPGaming shut down. And I say we, because I very much mean that, folks. I really don't feel like this 10 years has been me. I don't. Yes, I was the one playing the games. I was the one uploading the videos. But this was very much a two-way street. This is very much an interactive experience. This is very much something that survived, persevered, and was successful because of you as much as me. Alright? And so when I say we were in jeopardy of having DSPGaming shut down, I mean it because there are 43,000 plus gameplay videos on DSPGaming. Alright? Spanning the course of 7 years. The channel was opened in April of 2010. And some of the most classic playthroughs I've ever done are housed on DSPGaming. You know? All of my Grand Theft Auto playthroughs. All of my, you know, Mass Effect. Heavy Rain. I mean, so much is on there. So much is on there that people have told me, Phil, you know, when I started watching you, I was 13 years old, and now I'm 20 years old. I grew up watching your stuff. That's crazy, man. It's pretty crazy. To think of that, because I don't think of it that way. But then I look at it, and I come back to it, I'm like, wow, it's true. It's actually true that people grew up watching my stuff. I mean, I was that much of a contribution to, you know, some people's entertainment And that means something, man. It really does. So when I had all these threats and this risk and everything against me this past week, and I thought that possibly DSPGaming could be deleted from YouTube because of erroneous garbage, I really was disheartened. I was stressed. I was... Shit, man. I was devastated. I mean, if DSPGaming got taken down, it's like defeat. It really would be. It would be like defeat in a lot of ways, okay? So all that being said, folks, I have stupendously positive news for you this morning. Well, it's this morning for me for 3 more minutes before it becomes this afternoon, okay? As I've been relaying to all of you, the 2 copyright strikes that DSPGaming received against it for part 1 of all of my Rockstar playthroughs were submitted by a generic, unverified, third-party Gmail email address, not by an official Rockstar or an official Take-Two email address at all. So, I wrote a message to YouTube creator support on Friday about this, stating, I feel these claims are erroneous and you need to investigate it. On Saturday, I received a very generic, quite frankly, very insulting form letter response from YouTube, stating, well, you have 3 strikes against your account, so you better take care of these strikes or else your account's going to get closed. Basically, no help whatsoever. They completely ignored my original message stating I felt that these 2 Rockstar strikes were false and erroneous and, you know, done as malicious actions against me. They completely ignored all that information and just sent me a form letter response. So on Saturday, folks, all right, I responded to them. And I said, listen, it's this simple. Number 1, you ignored my original message, which I actually find kind of insulting. I recommend you actually read the email this time. Number 2, you are taking legal action against me by putting 2 copyright strikes against my channel for something that it seems you have no actual evidence of a formal copyright takedown request from Take-Two Games or Rockstar. Therefore, you're breaking the law. And if you do continue to have these strikes hold, without further investigation to find out if they're legit or not, I will hold you legally accountable if you take down DSPGaming. That's what I said in the email. And I said, you need to investigate this further because it seems like someone's gaming your system and you're not doing due diligence to make sure that a 7+ year running YouTube channel with hundreds of millions of views is being protected from malicious actions. That's what my email said. I'm not pulling any punches here. That is what I told them. Okay? Well, obviously I didn't hear anything on Sunday because it's Sunday. God forbid that anyone in these office jobs work on a Sunday. This morning I received another response from creator support. It said, after further review, we have determined that the copyright strikes against your account from Rockstar Games are invalid. They were not submitted by any party who was authorized to request them. Therefore, all of your videos that were blocked and taken down for copyright have been restored. The strikes have been removed. Thank you very much. Basically, that was their whole message from the YouTube legal team. Ladies and gentlemen, this is unprecedented. Allow me to explain why this is unprecedented and why this is such a momentous occasion for me and why it should be for you and everyone on YouTube, okay? YouTube, in its entire history that I've dealt with it, 10 years, has never, ever admitted fault until today. Never once has YouTube said, oh, we screwed up and now we're going to fix it. Never until today. This is the first time in 10 years, a decade, that YouTube has realized they fucked something up and fixed it. I can't believe it. I am like, seriously, my jaw is dropped. I am officially like, what is going on? This is great news, ladies and gentlemen. If, ladies and gentlemen, anyone gets false strikes against their account, if they put up with it, you know, if they stand up to YouTube and say, no, if you do this, you know, legally, you'll be liable for taking legal action against me without any actual verification of wrongdoing, it seems like you can actually get them to fix their mistakes. I can't believe it. I'm seriously, like, shell-shocked. And, yeah, I mean, this is cool. If anything, first of all, this is the first time I've written the YouTube creator support email and actually gotten help. every other time I've written it, they always give me these generic form letter responses, and nothing ever comes of it. So if anything, what this shows is if you threaten YouTube with legitimate legal action, they'll actually do something. But it's sad I had to come to that, right? Like, why when I wrote the first message, couldn't they have just helped me then? Why do I have to threaten them in order to get anything out of them? I don't get it. But, you know, that being said, this is amazingly positive news. Ladies and gentlemen, we have won. We have our first, what I feel is our first major victory in 10 years of me being on YouTube. We've overcome the trolls, and we've overcome YouTube's broken copyright system. I feel great. I mean, allergies are bothering me. I don't give a fuck. I seriously, like, I'm on the moon today. I don't know who did it. Actually, I do. Actually, I do know who did this to me. Not going to get into it, but, you know, the fact that people would do these malicious, nasty things to me and try to legitimately hurt me in my business and everything, obviously is in another realm of its own, that people are this sick in the fucking head that they would do it regardless. But the fact that now I know if this happens again, that I can go to YouTube and get these things removed within a couple days is great. Seriously. Now, as of this morning, when I received this notice from YouTube, alright, saying that these strikes had been removed, I went back to YouTube in the creator support email. I responded. I said, thank you for your prompt and professional response to this matter and taking it seriously. FYI, moving forward in the future, it's now obvious we have evidence that there are malicious parties who are trying to hurt my business of DSPGaming. Therefore, I formally request that if you receive any copyright takedown notices against DSPGaming, that you actually have a human confirm that they are legitimate before you take any kind of legal action against me. So I have formally requested that YouTube actually do some work before they just strike my channel. Because here's the truth, folks. Here's what happened. Here's how the troll got this to work, alright? Here's how they got it to work. You're going to be amazed. All they did, and I know because YouTube sent me their form. I have their entire form with all the information that they submitted. All the troll did, they looked up the actual email address, physical mailing address, and phone number of Take-Two Interactive's copyright office in New York City. And they submitted a copyright takedown notice for all of the part ones of all my Rockstar playthroughs. And they said, oh, I am an agent for Take-Two Games. Here's the copyright email, here's the physical address, and here's the phone number. And that's all they did. And they did it from a generic Gmail account. So YouTube never called the office, never emailed the office, never did anything to confirm this person actually worked for Take-Two Games. They just gave me 2 copyright strikes by default. Why? Because they're lazy. Because YouTube relies on an automated system to do all of their work. I actually, with all the issues I've had over the years with YouTube, it's funny. When I was talking about all this stuff going on, someone messaged me a couple weeks ago. Okay? And they said, Phil, I don't want to reveal any details because I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but I have a friend who works at YouTube. Okay? He says he actually works, if you can believe it, he's a coder for YouTube. He's one of the people who writes the stuff behind the scenes of YouTube. And he told me that YouTube is so automated as a business that they don't even know how they could ever fix it. Like, it's become so reliant on automated algorithms, automated systems, and things where no human ever looks at it, that if they got shut down, let's say legally someone sued YouTube and said, oh no, you need to have a new fix or a new check or a new balance because this is not right, YouTube would basically shut down. Because everything they do is automated. They're idiots, basically, in that regard. They set up an entire system to be gamed. People are going to find ways to abuse YouTube systems over and over and over because they set up completely robotic systems with loopholes in them. So, I mean, it pretty is ridiculous. But the good news here is, folks, for the first time in 10 years, not only did YouTube admit that they were wrong in striking DSPGaming, but they fixed the issue within 3 days. That is amazing. Okay? Amazing. Now, I'm very pleased. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, ladies and gents. Alright? Does this mean that I am immune from this kind of action in the future? Absolutely not. I'm not. There's no way. I mean, it could happen again. It could happen today. You know, who knows? Who knows, right? But at least we've got a moment of respite here. We've got a moment of solace, a moment away from the bullshit and the drama, a moment of victory to revel in, finally, right? And we've got a moment where we realize, for the first time ever, I don't feel powerless. I actually feel like I have a little bit of clout, being a YouTuber with 10 years of experience, and a YouTuber with a channel with over 100,000 subs, that if something goes wrong like this, I can talk to YouTube and they'll fix it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. So, all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, here's the deal. As of later tonight, I will take some time. It's going to have to be later tonight, because obviously right now I'm going to stream Dark Souls, and then I'm streaming Crash 3 later tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, I have to basically go back, because as you know, I said this 2 days ago. I set all of my Rockstar playthroughs to private on YouTube, because I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know if these were legitimate copyright strikes. I didn't know if anyone had, you know, maybe even submitted more strikes, or was thinking of submitting more strikes against my Rockstar videos. So I set them all to private. As of later today, I will go through all of them again, and I will make them public. Okay? It's going to take a while, so I ask that you be, you know, patient, because it probably isn't going to be, it took me about an hour last time to do it. So, got to go through it again, but I will make them all public as of later tonight. Alright? This also means I don't have to worry about future playthroughs. I was so nervous, man, maybe next year I won't be able to play Red Dead Redemption 2 or whatever. No. The strikes from Rockstar were completely false, therefore everything's good. Okay? Everything is good. DSPGaming has no strikes against it. Business as usual. I can upload videos regularly now. Oh, man. What a weight off my shoulders. Seriously. What a weight off my shoulders. What a weight off of everything. Thank you, everyone. I gotta say this again. It's all because of you guys and gals. Thank you for your support. You guys were so supportive the past few days when I was going through all this shit. Seriously. You don't know how much it means, because if I didn't have the support I did, man, I don't know. I probably couldn't do this, you know. I probably couldn't. It's so stressful. Getting no freaking sleep. Being all fucked up in the head. You know, worried about, am I going to be able to pay my bills tomorrow because of all this shit going on? But we did it, right? Together we did it. You gave me the power and motivation to keep going. And I, you know, subsequently went ahead and pushed forward and got the stuff resolved. So thank you, everyone. Whew. Alright, everybody. So that was the celebratory story this morning. Alright? Now, let's talk. Let's talk about what you can expect today and the next few days. Today, Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin, and in particular, ladies and gentlemen, today's stream is going to be a good one, because guess what? I have now set up all 4 big boss fights. All 4 big boss fights, ladies and gentlemen. All of them. We can actually go from boss to boss to boss to boss, whipping the Lord Souls' asses, basically. Now, here's the thing. I don't know how it's going to go, because in my first run, I had lightning spears, and I was killing these bosses with lightning spear spam. So I actually don't know how these boss fights are going to go now that I have to do a melee-based, you know, fight with no defense. Can't block. Just have to dodge, 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 and stab, basically. Okay? So, today's going to be a hell of a stream. I plan on killing all 4 big bosses during today's stream, alright? Now, if you actually saw last night's stream, you'd actually know that there was a kind of a fail at the end, where I actually went and I killed the 2 giants, the 2 secret giants that are underneath where the Black Gulch, you know, that hidden cave. I did that stuff. I got the giants, but I died in that room. So I have to go back to that room, get my souls. And then I have to figure out what else I want to do. If I just want to go straight to the 4 bosses or if I want to further explore. Because I believe there's these ancient doors now that can open. Because I got a key that can open all the ancient doors in the game. And I don't remember what the hell is behind those ancient doors at all. I have no recollection. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I do. In that regard, you know, do I want to do the door? Do I want to open those doors? What do I want to do? I have no idea. But it's going to be a fun stream today. I am streaming till around 5 p.m., so it is going to be about a 4 to 5 hour gameplay stream. I mean, obviously, we're a little behind today because of everything that happened this morning, and I apologize for that, but hey. It's going to be great, okay? It's definitely going to be a great session today. Now, later tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to complete my run of Crash Bandicoot 3. Alright? Hold on a second. Just my phone vibrated and I'm looking. It's nothing important. I'll set it to silent now so it doesn't distract me. Yes, later tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I will be doing my final session of Crash Bandicoot 3. It'll be the conclusion of the game where I'm doing my final time trials, getting the final gems, and trying to unlock the true ending of the game. Am I going for 105% completion, which is like getting gold or higher on every time trial? No. No, but I am attempting to at least get around the 100%. Alright? The 100% so we can at least see the true ending of the game. Okay? Sound good? So that'll be a good day today. A lot of variety, you know. Dark Souls 2 here first, and then Crash Bandicoot later tonight. Tomorrow will be more Dark Souls 2 as well. And tomorrow night, I will be doing Danganronpa 2. Yes, I will be doing a session of Danganronpa 2. We're back to normal, crisis averted. So Danganronpa 2, 2 hours tomorrow night. And then that's it, folks. Then, starting this Wednesday is my time off from streaming. So I just want to warn everyone, there will not be any live streams Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. There is strong potential there will be a live stream at some point on Sunday, but I'm not promising you anything yet, simply because I don't know what my schedule is going to be on Sunday. I'm definitely doing the weekend preview. What I'm thinking is maybe I'll do like a later stream on Sunday where I do like fighting games or something. Just something to get me back into the streaming mood of everything. And then on Monday, so that would be a week from today, that would be the, let's see here, the 17th. On that Monday, I will resume normal streaming. We will have 2 gameplay streams a day. You know, Dark Souls, paired off probably with Danganronpa. Maybe a little bit of other stuff squeezed in there. You know, that week we got a couple new releases that I'm on the fence about covering, but we'll talk about that when we get there. Alright? So, yeah, I mean, folks, let's face it. I need time off. I do. After all this stressful stuff going on, completely, you know, rocking me, and you know, me not getting enough sleep, and obviously recently my allergies, my throat and everything, I need the few days off. I'm going to be cleaning my house. I'm going to be doing errands. I'm going to be driving. I'm going to be doing a lot of things that I normally don't get to do because I'm here every day on stream with you guys, which is fun. You know, I enjoy being here, but you can hear my physically, just in my voice and everything. I need the time away, man. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good, all right? Now, just because I'm not live streaming here on Twitch for you every day doesn't mean I won't be uploading videos. In fact, right now, as of today, I have some 40-plus Dark Souls videos already stored up. I also have, I believe, if I remember correctly, 20 or more fighting game videos stored up. I think it's like 27 or 30 fighting game videos I still have left from my fighting game marathon that I did a week ago. So what I'm planning on doing is during the course of the days when I'm not here streaming, alright, I will still be uploading videos to DSPGaming. Every day, there'll be, you know, a good, you know, dozen or more Dark Souls 2 videos going live on DSPGaming and some fighting game stuff. So that'll be constant new content and variety for those who aren't here for the live streams. You can still, you know, especially if you missed out on these Dark Souls live streams, you're going to want to get caught up with the playthrough, right? So therefore, when I return full force on that Monday the 17th, and I resume with Dark Souls 2, the playthrough will be fully caught up on DSPGaming, right? That'll be awesome. So how does that sound? Good? What do we have great news today, right? First of all, copyright strikes are gone. They were falsified. YouTube realized their error, fixed them, removed them from DSPGaming. We're back to business as usual. I can upload videos, I can stream. I'm finally getting some time, well-needed time off during this summertime downtime here. Whew, things are going good, man. Things are going good. Again, I want to say one more time, thank you to all of you for your support, all right? Now, in fact, we're going to end this pre-stream. I'm going to do some shout-outs, and then obviously I'm going to let you know how you can further support my efforts to keep doing this, okay? So here we go. Let me give some shout-outs because I got a lot of contributions here on the pre-stream. Hold on. Let's go all the way down here. Shout-out to Miss Monique, who did a 1,000-bit celebratory cheer. Thank you, Miss Monique. I appreciate that. Thank you to Ratchafan12, who did a $5 tip. He says, congrats on rising above the bullshit, Phil. Now you can be free of the stress as these false copyrights from Rockstar disappeared to the black abyss. You fought back with a vengeance and it paid off. YouTube really needs to get their shit together. Well, if anything, Ratchafan, you got to look at this from the positive side. It looks like YouTube actually is getting their shit together. Because they made a mistake, but they fucking fixed it, right? The worst case here would have been, imagine if they refused to fix it. Because you remember 2 years ago, during the summer, it's funny, it was around the same time. 2 years ago, I got false copyright strikes for fan art against DSPGaming. Fan art that had been submitted and legally permission had been given to me to be using this fan art in my pre-streams and stuff. Okay? And so, you know, at that point, YouTube refused to remove the copyright strikes. We had legal evidence that this was false, and they said, no, just let them expire. In this case, YouTube realized their mistake and actually removed the strikes early. That's what's blowing me away, is that YouTube is realizing they screwed up and fixed the issue. They've never done that before. That's why this is such a momentous occasion. So I actually think this is the first positive step of change at YouTube, that they are trying to fix their mistakes. Holy shit. That's why I'm excited. Shout out to Mr. Papavera, who did a 100-bit cheer, and he says, victory. This is an example to give in to what YouTube wants, even when you know it's not right. What? Now I'm really confused. That's the opposite. I would say this is an example to never give in to what YouTube wants. You know, if YouTube says something, don't just take it as, oh, well, I have no defense. You have to defend yourself. I think he left a word out there. Yes, he did. Oh, my God. Mr. Papavera did another 100-bit cheer, and he says, I meant to say not given. Terrible typo. Facepalm. Well, thank you, Mr. Papavera, for the cheers. I appreciate it. Shout out to that Anonymous, who did a 50-bit cheer. He says, you're a bona fide YouTube icon. 7 years long, 7 years strong. Well, yeah, 7 years on DSPGaming, 10 years overall on YouTube. Shout out to Mountain Honey, did a 10-bit cheer. He says, will the Rockstar playthroughs be unprivated? As I just explained, yes. They will be unprivated, hopefully tonight. Shout out to Fly Eagles Fly, who did a 1,500-bit cheer and says, great news. Thank you, Fly Eagles Fly, for the cheer. Shout out to King Jezel, who did a 100-bit cheer. And he says, Derek says, heard and found out that when WWE 2K18 is coming out for the Nintendo Switch, that's good news from Seth Rollins. Okay. Well, I'm not playing it because sadly, all of my WWE videos have been claimed, and that's not an exaggeration. Since I'm no longer in a managed partnership, all of my WWE videos from over the years have been claimed. Yeah. Sucks. Because all the music, pretty much. So, I can't play WWE games anymore. So, it sucks. But I guess that's life, right? Alright, shout out to Dooley, who did a 1,500-bit cheer. Thank you, Dooley, for your support. Shout out to the Troll, who did a 15-bit cheer. The Troll message that I'm not reading. Shout out to Stuart360, who gave me a $1 tip. He says, I told you we could get through this together. Good triumphs over stupidity yet again. YouTube will probably take this crap more seriously from now on. Congrats, Phil. If anything, I hope they will. I hope maybe they have like a system where they can flag a channel and say, okay, we had a screw up on this channel. Now we got to be sure we don't do this again. Make sure to review all copyright strikes on this channel for validity and stuff like that. I don't know. Hell, let's hope, folks, that, you know, we don't get more false strikes like this shortly. But at least this is, like I said, a moment of victory where we can relax a little bit. And shout out to Random Ron 005, who did a 50-bit cheer. He says, anyone remember a time when people actually worked at YouTube and they had customer service rather than computers? No, I don't, sadly, because ever since I started on YouTube 10 years ago, they had already been bought out by Google. Perhaps there was a time before YouTube was bought out by Google that wasn't the case, but ever since I've worked with YouTube, I've had no contact with a human. It was only last year when YouTube created this creator support email address for channels with 100,000 subs or more. That's the only reason that I actually had someone to go to for this copyright issue was because my channel had 100,000 subs. If it didn't, I actually would have had no one to talk to at YouTube, and I would have had no defense against these copyright strikes. As fucked up as that sounds. Alright, and shout out to Jack Spartacus for the 15-bit cheer. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, if you love my daily streams, you love my daily on-demand videos on YouTube, you like everything I do and you want to see me be able to continue doing it, okay? There's many ways that you can support my efforts to keep doing this. The first would be Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. If you pledge to my Patreon, you earn yourself some cool personal perks depending on how much you pledge, including things like text or verbal thank yous in my videos, getting premium forum access, being able to participate and vote in monthly events, getting your questions answered on my bi-monthly show, Ask the King, Ask the King, the Q&A show, or getting your private Q&A videos answered. Okay, yeah, and this month, the monthly event is going to be, I still haven't set it up on Patreon because I've been so busy, but it's going to be the Patron's Choice event, where if you pledge $5 or more and we hit the funding goal this month, we will be doing a full playthrough of a game, depending on what you nominate and vote on, starting this fall, alright? Currently, I'm playing Danganronpa 2. That's the current Patron's Choice, but this is going to set up the next one. It typically takes about 2 months, because people have to nominate and then they have to vote, so it takes a long time to get the process going, alright? Which is why we do it so far ahead of time. Okay? So, folks, yes, please consider pledging to my Patreon if you haven't. Just to warn you, we're about $125 away from hitting the monthly goal so far this month. But we've got plenty of time. It's only the 10th. We've got, 21 days left, 3 weeks left in the month of July. And, we could hit the goal easily. So please consider pledging if you haven't. This is a great way to contribute. It allows me to afford things like my electricity bill, my internet bill, paying for the games, in particular the new games that are coming out in August, September, October are going to be a tremendous amount of new games, and this allows me to afford it. So thank you to everyone who already is a patron, and if you consider becoming one in the future, I also thank you. There's also my Teespring store. My Teespring store is a place where you can buy t-shirts, sweatshirts, all kinds of merchandise, mugs, stickers, all kinds of stuff, all designed by the viewers and fans. Give it a look. If you like anything there and you do purchase it, I actually get a sizable commission for every sale on there, and I'm very appreciative for those who have already checked out the merchandise and bought something, so thank you for that. But, ladies and gentlemen, in regards to today's live stream, if you would like to directly contribute, right, how do you do it? Well, you can cheer, you can sub to the channel, or you can tip me, okay? If you do any of those, cheering with bits, subbing, or tipping me, I will give you a thank you shout out during the course of today's stream, alright? The only exception would be if you're doing a troll message that's insulting or whatever. I leave it at my discretion to whether or not I'm going to read out your message or not, alright? Now, if you cheer 50 bits or more, if you sub to my channel and click on the share button, or if you tip me $2 or more, you'll actually get an on-screen notification as well in celebration and thanks for, your contributions. So, thank you to everyone who already did, and thank you to anyone who will do these things during the course of today's stream. It's very much appreciated. As I've said, with all these YouTube issues going on, what I really would like to do eventually is make Twitch my main focus, shift my focus from, having to care about YouTube and all that, to basically making that just kind of an afterthought and just focusing on Twitch streaming. However, I'm not there yet. Right now, my income's kind of split between Twitch and YouTube. But I'm seeing major positive growth here on Twitch. Every day, I'm getting tons of new followers, new subs, people contributing. It's awesome. And I'm hoping within, if I stick to my guns and I really bust my ass like I've been doing recently, that I can make this work and Twitch will grow and I'll be able to do this, into the future. All right? So thank you, everyone, for your support. I appreciate it. And that's it. Let's get the show on the road. Our celebratory pre-stream is over. Let us now begin with Dark Souls to Scholar of the First Sin gameplay. Sound good? All right, let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.